80% of all football players go broke. How long did it take you?
You fine.
It's right before Christmas?
Alex?
Alec, not Alex.
You don't always have to be Superwoman, you know.
She's got more hustle than half the guys I play football with.
It's okay to accept help.
You ever heard the saying, there's a blessing in the storm?
You okay?
Meeting you was the blessing in mine.
The TV One original movie, Coins for Christmas, premieres Friday, December 16th at 7 on TV One.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Big C, the Encourager, from Urban Gospel Sounds, and this is the day that the Lord has made, and we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Guys, you know, anytime I get the opportunity, I take advantage of it, talking to some of the best and brightest stars in the industry, and today is no exception. I have on the line with me, great actor, man, great actor, been in many different films, many different shows, like Battlefield, Moneyball, and others. And we're going to talk about his latest work today. That's right. I'm talking about Stephen Bishop. Is on the line with your boy. Stephen, what's going on in your world today?
Big C, what's good, man? I'm just, looking forward to Coins for Christmas and living that dad life,
Amen. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. That sounds very real, just the title to me. So coming right out of the gate, I wanted to ask you, basically, if you don't mind sharing, I read about the backstory with it, but from your point of view, what are your thoughts about the particular movie coming out? Can you share that with us? And also, too, can you talk to us about your role as Alec Darby? And then a little footnote in that question, is there any contrast between Alec Darby and Stephen Bishop?
Well, first of all, I'm excited for the film to come out. It's a story about a football player who's coming off of an injury, and because of his fairly arrogant nature, a lot of people aren't trying to deal with him anymore, so he's having to humble himself and try to find another path. And he crosses paths with Essence Atkins' character, Madison, who's going through some problems in her own life, and she's having to scrape money together for her kids for Christmas, hence the term Coins for Christmas, because of some things that her ex-husband has done that have gotten her bank account seized. So they come into each other's lives and teach. She teaches Alec how to humble himself a little bit, and he teaches her to be a little bit more self-confident and get through her struggles, with the grace that she ultimately shows. And as far as the contrast between, Alec and I, there's a lot of similarities, but the one thing that I try to make sure I always walk with is that humility. He's unbridled arrogance, and I that's not who I am as a person. So there's a lot of similarities, but there's that pretty stark contrast.
Yeah, and that's great, man, because when people see this coming up on this Sunday, they're going to definitely see a great actor at work. Those are the type of roles I like, when it's really not you personally, but it allows you to turn the table and pull out of yourself the other talents and giftings that you have. And this is great. This is great. Well, I know you guys have a star-studded cast in this, knowing that you're working with Essence, who's been in everything. Then I see that you're also working with T.C. Carson and Kelly Price.
Yeah. T.C., Kelly, little JJ, Carly Red makes a cameo in there. There's a lot in there. We got a good cast going here.
Yeah, man, I love that. And just with the names, the brands that we have in this particular film, I know it's going to be great. What was it like having a chance to work with TC?
Oh, that was one of the highlights. I mean, I've wanted to work with him for a while. He's a great actor and somebody that I've looked up to. So, to be able to sit across the table from such a seasoned and accomplished person, was an honor for me. So that was one of the highlights of the experience for me.
Yeah. And knowing that you had such a cast, what actually drew you to this particular film? Was it something like maybe a comparison in your own personal life? Was it the scripting, the writers? Tell me more about that.
Actually, what it was the opportunity to do a Christmas film. I've been wanting to do a Christmas film for a long time, and just because I enjoy growing up watching, films on TV on Christmas and that kind of thing, I saw how the actors and the characters got to, add to the family Christmas experience. They would enhance the atmosphere for the family, and it's playing in the background while we're eating or while we're just running around the house as kids. It just adds to the atmosphere, and I always thought that was a pretty cool thing to do. So as an actor, I've always wanted to be in people's living rooms or on the big screen during Christmas holidays and enhance that feeling for them.
Yeah, that's a blessing, man, to have the opportunity to do something that you thought about, coming through the ranks and coming along growing up. So this is a blessing to be able to have that opportunity. Well, I wanted to ask you this too, Stephen. How does the opposites attract method bring about harmony from two people from two different worlds and careers in this film?
Well, we happen to cross paths as she comes, those like the Tackle app, those things where people will do just about anything. You can just click on it and have them come, clean your house or wash the car or walk the dogs or whatever. She works for one of those services and actually comes and does work for my character, and they forge their friendship that way.
Wow. So with the career she was in and before she got fired, it was some humbling there for her as well. Just hearing that, man, that's something. That's really something. Well, knowing that you've been in, as I mentioned earlier, such great works like Moneyball and Battlefield, where would you say, would you consider this to be your best work, being in Coins for Christmas?
Well, with a film like Moneyball, I've often said, and I'll continue to say that's the pinnacle of my career thus far. Working with Brad Pitt and Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace, Chris Pratt, Jonah Hill, that was and getting to play my teenage idol David Justice, that was an experience like none other that I've had. But this was a very good experience. I had a lot of fun shooting it. I got a chance to work with some great people, and so it was definitely a positive experience in my life and in my career. And hopefully it comes through in the project, and the fans and the viewers get a chance to see how much fun we had.
Yeah, and I really believe that they will do that, definitely. Well, what are you really wanting audiences or your fans and friends to take away from this particular film coming up on Sunday, December 16th?
Well, I'm really hoping that they take something away from Essence's art. I think that there's a lot of people out in the world that are walking with, insecurities and self-esteem issues. And I want them to see her character's arc and see how she comes through that, and maybe take a page from her book. God has blessed everybody with specific talents and gifts. Mm-hmm. And, it's our jobs to embrace these and walk in the light of confidence, through those gifts, knowing that they're, gifts from God. And I just hope everybody can take an opportunity and a page from her book and learn to love themselves, more. If you're dealing with self-esteem issues or self-confidence issues, believe in yourself. Believe God won't give you anything you can't handle. So, face everything head on, embrace your talents and your gifts and your spirit, and just love yourself.
Amen. I love that. I love that. Now, that's coming up this Sunday. That's going to be on TV One. That's December 16th at 7 p.m. And we're going to get a chance to find out how all of this turns out. And once again, in closing, Stephen, want to thank you for your time and the work you're putting in and all the works you've done. But in closing, what's coming up for you in the near future? And then how can your fans and friends reach out to you, like social media or other means? Can you share that with us?
Yeah, I have just finished a film called Keys to the City with Isaiah Washington. That'll be coming soon. Another film with Erica Ash called Singleholic. And I'm currently in the middle of a recurring guest star arc on Criminal Minds. So that's Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. So, I'll be in sporadic episodes there. So look out for those things. And you can, reach me at Stephen C. Bishop, Stephen, Stephen C. Bishop on Instagram and Twitter, and just Stephen Bishop on Facebook.
Yeah. All right. Great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard for yourself on the line with your boy, Big C, at Urban Gospel Sounds, none other than Stephen Bishop with a film coming out, brand new film with other works. And that's going to be Sunday night on TV One. That's December 16th at 7 p.m. And that's Coins for Christmas, also starring Essence Atkins, T.C. Carson, Kelly Price, Carly Reed, Lil JJ, Rodney Perry, and Karen Joseph Riley. You don't want to miss it, guys, because it's going to be great, and it's just in time for the reason for the season. Stephen, thanks so much for your time and for the work you're putting in, and be blessed. Be blessed.
Thank you so much. You be blessed as well. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we get a chance to talk again.
Hey, man, anytime you got something going on, this doorway is always open for you, my friend.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And again, be blessed.